Testing, testing.
From the southern skies, a voice rings true. Sydney to Perth, bringing the news, exposing the lies, the secrets, the pain, fighting for justice, breaking the chains. A voice down under, we're shining the light on cults and abusers. We're taking the fight for kids, for survivors, for hope and truth. Together we're stronger, uncovering proof.
Hello? Oh, what's going on? Oh my goodness. Oh no. What the bloody hell happened there? That wasn't meant to happen. Oh, I was late because I was trying to sort that out, and obviously it didn't work. Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Voice Down Under. My name's T, joining you from Western Australia. Let's see who's in here. Scooter Mum, how you going, Scoots? Hope you're all good. Let me know if you can hear me okay. We've got the beautiful Journey. How are you doing? I keep meaning to send you stuff from Australia. There's other things, isn't there? There was that mission. There's also, I don't know if we sorted out Dundas as well, but there's oh Christ, the schools. I think we did the schools actually. But yeah, anyway. Bilf, CO Bilf, lovely to see you. Kathy Shoggins, hello. Mad drop there. How you going, Mad? Thanks guys for modding. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's really annoying. Anyway, so today I've been putting together this little kind of, I don't know, mini documentary thing, and it's been taking me months. It's been driving me insane. So I've decided to split it into two parts and release what I've already done, and then, because what most people normally do when they make videos is they do a script and then they do the video, the pictures to go with it. I don't. I think I've got the whole story, and then I'm like, oh no, I need to add that in. So I do like the voiceover for that bit, and then I'll go down the rabbit hole even deeper, and I'm like, oh, I have to put that bit in because that's really good. And I just keep like shuffling it and messing around anyway. It takes forever. So, and I've stepped away from it a few times and then gone back to it. It's part one is, I guess, trigger warning, but part two is going to be really, really confronting. So just so you're aware. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on and I'll just play it, shall I? And I think so I've taken some of it from a documentary. So because of that, I might stop and talk in the middle, and I've got to put up a thingamabob. I've been trying to figure out the hey Decipher, how you going? I've been trying to figure out the copyright laws in Australia. I think you're allowed to use them as long as it's for educational, or you're even allowed to use it for satire, which is awesome. But I'm just going to put this little thing anyway, just to thingamabob. Hang on. Whoops, there we go. La-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da, right? That was professional, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And let me know what you think. Hey, Greg, how you going? Thanks for being here. I think I might do more streams during this time, because seems to be more people that it's just easier for people. All right, here we go.
Did anyone know that in Australia there is an active splinter group of
As
Scientology?
you've been described in Parliament as a seedy con man, a liar, a cheat and a bully. What do you say to that?
In this video, I'm going to give my opinion on the formation of what I believe is a cult, the similarities between their techniques and Scientology's, and the damage that has been caused. So let's dive right in. Kenneth Emmanuel Dyers, born in Sydney, 1922. Claimed to have survived the streets of Sydney during the Great Depression, before leaving home at the age of 14, taking odd jobs such as cleaning pots at the college and working at a butcher's. He enlisted in the Australian Army in 1941, and like a certain other cult leader, he embellished his military career. He claimed to have served with distinction as an artilleryman in Australia's 9th Division in the Second World War, seconded to British counterintelligence, and then seeing action at El Alamein. But in reality, he only reached the rank of corporal and was demoted to private shortly after. He was court-martialed 3 times. And in late 1943, he was put in jail for 5 days awaiting trial on 3 charges, and eventually convicted of conduct prejudice to the good order and military discipline. The next year, he was fined for leaving his sentry post, and then fined again for misconduct. His records also refer to an assessment of his mental instability, which was rated at 10.
Oh, no.
It was said that he was prone to lots of...
Did you see that bit there? Sorry. He said, look, the circumstances under which the said loss occurred are as under my child destroyed it. I thought that was funny. The dog ate it.
of his mental instability, which was rated at 10. It was said that he was prone to lots of aggressive outbursts. In 1946, they finally had enough of him and they discharged him. After being chucked out of the army, he worked as a salesman for a while, selling encyclopedias door to door. In 1950, he copywrote a book named A Simple Accounting System. And in the mid-50s, he joined Scientology. He rose up the ranks pretty quickly and became an ethics officer. Ken was very egotistical and believed he knew better than everyone else, including his counterpart. So he started having disagreements within the quote-unquote church about Hubbard being the only source. And in 1973, he was declared a suppressive person. Even though he was declared, he still very much believed in the tech, but he had his own ideas about it and thought he knew better.
The thing is, the source of all this spiritual knowledge all comes from Ron Hubbard. Hubbard is glorified as the source. Now, they kicked me out for and they hated me for was I said, I don't agree that Ron Hubbard is the source of this knowledge.
Anyway, he up and left for Queensland. And during his time there, he was practicing the use of the tech without the e-meter. In other words, he was being a squirrel. He was actually developing his own technique. In my opinion, he used a mixture of Book 1 auditing, which is learnt in Dianetics, and TR0. Book 1 auditing is when 2 people sit on chairs opposite each other. The auditor has their eyes open and the pre-clear has their eyes closed. They're asked questions and guided to an incident in their life where they were feeling negative. This can also include past lives. The purpose of this is to clear your engrams. TR0 is an exercise where, again, you're sitting opposite each other, this time with your eyes open and staring at each other until you no longer react. Both of these techniques on their own can cause you to go into a hypnotic state or to even fall asleep or hallucinate. So Ken mixed both of those techniques together and called it energy conversion meditation, or ECM for short, and went on to form his own meditation group. After around 5 years, he then met a lady named Jan Hamilton. Hamilton was 26 years Dyer's junior.
26 years, folks. 26 years.
And was a school teacher, a playwright, and an actress. Jan specialised in something called clowning. Clowning is a method of acting used by performers to turn any situation into something funny. It's also used to connect to the inner child of a person. And Jan was teaching regular classes to people for a couple of years before her and Ken decided to collaborate. They got married 4 years after meeting and decided to form a communications group together. So in 1982, they formed Kenja Communications. Kenja was a mixture of their names, Ken and Jan. They marketed themselves as a communications and personal development organisation. They sold...
I'm sorry, right? But Ken and Jan, Kenja, and the logo, it looks like something that should be on the front of a cleaning product or something. And Greg, I'm sorry if this is triggering or anything. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. Yeah, as you will see. Hang on.
seminars and workshops on how to improve your life, your business, and your communication skills, as well as Ken's processing sessions and Jan's clowning classes. Recruitment was through welcome evenings with invitations sent through existing friendship networks or work networks. What people don't realise is these welcome nights are the start of the induction process, with lots of love bombing.
I turned up to their information night and here I am, like, I don't know, 15 years later.
I think people are fantastic. I think you're all fantastic. I hope you have enough beingness yourself to at least give this a whirl. Give it a try. You're booking for a PC, no charge, and see whether or not it's appropriate for you, because we will not we won't work with you if we feel it's not going to work for you at this stage.
I went to an information night. Yeah, just helping people get aligned with their purpose, cause a creative effect on the planet.
I had a shop and a lady came in and said, do you want to go to an open night? And she had lovely, nice sort of energies, and that's what, we talk about energy with, she lovely, nice energies, and I said, oh yeah, what is it? So I came in and I loved it.
Your ticketing entitles you to a free personal consultation if you're interested in finding out more about the Kenja work. There are consultants who have made the time available for you to see them this week. So book in at the bookings table.
As well as the open nights, they'd often send members into the city centre to sell flowers or donuts and to advertise one of their theatre productions. They grew quite quickly and opened 4 centres, 2 in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, and 1 in Canberra. Kenja also offered a lot of activities, including
right? So sorry, I said 2 in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, 1 in Canberra. They have 1 in Brisbane as well. So yeah, they got quite big, and I believe they had probably a couple of thousand members, which doesn't sound big in comparison to Scientology, but too big, nevertheless.
Hockey, fencing, soccer, touch football, basketball, Australian rules, tennis, gymnastics, athletics, sailing, aerobics, kayaking, ballroom dancing, and many more. This was a very effective way of recruiting members, especially through the sporting events. Having a lot of activities is pretty commonplace in cults to keep the members exhausted so that they're more susceptible to being manipulated, but also so they don't have time to evaluate the situation they're in.
Being able to work towards achieving my purpose.
I think the common purpose that we hold together of creating something better for the country and for the planet will sustain Kenja for a long time.
We have a wonderful technology. Don't underestimate energy conversion.
As well as all the activities, Ken would also train members to become processors. Those processors would then go and recruit other people. So it was pretty much a pyramid scheme. During the very early years of Kenja, Ken was actually promoting Scientology books. He would ask all members to buy a copy of Dianetics, Hubbard's 0 to Infinity. He would teach the tone scale, and he used to talk about how he was a squirrel and how Scientology were fair gaming him by putting banana skins and letters on his car. According to records,
yeah, that's letters, not lettuce. So there was letters like threatening him and stuff. Yeah, and that happened for a while. I think that's why he went to Queensland in the first place, to get away from them. And then he came back down and started doing it again.
Kenja was officially declared a suppressive group by Scientology in 1992. So moving on to some of Kenja's beliefs. Ken had a time, space and energy theory, which was similar to Hubbard's MEST, matter, energy, space and time. And he believed in Thetans.
All right, we're not a body. Are we a mind? I don't think so.
So I just want to talk a little bit more about Ken's energy conversion sessions. Energy conversion or processing sessions are carried out by meditation consultants, or MCs for short. Similar to Scientology, they like to use abbreviations Kenja, and MCs can also be known as processors, just to make it sound a little bit more fancy. The process is to sit opposite each other, very still, and look into each other's eyes. The purpose of that is to...
Sorry. How creepy are his eyes? They're like shark eyes. Ew. Ugh. Sorry, it gives me the creeps big time.
Draw out thoughts or issues from past or present to find a consideration or an incident. At the beginning, when you first join Kenja, you're just told that these are negative energies, but as time goes on and the indoctrination continues, you're told that they are spirits. Ken believed and taught that there are negative spirits that need to be located and cleared as they are causing negative emotions. This can be from past lifetimes. So as well as Ken looking into your eyes, he claims that by enabling the stillness of the other person, this allows them to become conscious of negative energies that are affecting their lives and thoughts, and then they can dissipate them. These attached spirits also come in clusters, and Ken did actually refer to them as thetans in the early days. So the objective is to rid yourself of all these spirits that are stuck onto you and become clear. And when you're clear, that means you're in your natural state, which is a superhuman state, a human nova. This is very similar to Scientology. Obviously, you become clear, you go up the bridge, and you become what they call homo novas, which is also a superior being to the rest of the human race. The people that are being trained to use these techniques on others, the processors, are basically being trained to control other people, and the people that are being processed are being conditioned to accept abuse and to be controlled. So this is definitely not meditation. Members of Kenja are encouraged to have 2 sessions a week, which are around $130 a pop, plus a group session and 1 activity. They also hold various seminars and workshops. In some of the workshops, Scientology routines are taught, such as wall walking, which is another method of control. They would also teach touch assists and contact assists. Here is an ex-member of Kenja talking about her experience.
Because at first there was no mention of attached spirits. At first we processed on energy centres to clear the blocks we had in all those energy centres. It was only later that he started to talk about attached spirits and that we believed that we were processing on them. So it was you were drawn in. You weren't taken into something that the mind would immediately recognise as being completely and utterly outlandish. Because certainly when you're out recruiting, you don't tell them exactly what it's all about. You talk about, if they want friends, well, there's lots of nice people in Kenja. If you want to improve your life, well, then why not try it?
I don't know why it goes quieter there. I try to fix it.
There is no informed consent, none whatsoever in Kenja. You do not know what you're going in for. But to a degree, of course, you do. You know you're going along to have a session. You know they have dancing. But the agenda of being trapped so that you will go back week after week after week and contribute to somebody's retirement fund is certainly not a known thing. That your mind will be captured and changed. That you will, if they are good enough and you are responding equally and are good enough too, that you will leave. And change, that you will change your mind. You will leave everything that you believed, that you loved and cared about, to be a Kenjan. They would give free labour. Nobody worked. Nobody got paid to only the professionals, but nobody else. And all the work was done. All the renovations were done. Everything was done. If we needed money, we fundraised. So it didn't come out of any revenue. The nakedness was not so much a big thing in wall walking.
Oh, well, you can't see the things.
I would be processed because I was a committed Kenjan. You couldn't leave the room. You'd have a bucket in case you wanted to vomit or in case you wanted to go to the toilet. And the processor would have to stand. Your processor would have to stand in the same place for the entire 4 hours and repeat the same set of commands. And the first command was you walk that body over to that wall. And I would stand there, and on that command, I'd walk over to the wall. I'd get to the wall and I'd just stand and look at the wall, because you couldn't jump the gun. And the next command was, with that body's hand, you touch that wall, and touch the wall, put your hand down, and still stand. And they would say, thank you. And then you turn that body around. So only then could you turn your body around, face the processor, still standing there, and then again say thank you. And then you walk that body back to that wall. And that went on for 4 hours, or until you were no longer upset and angry, because you get very, very angry and very, very upset because you were being controlled. You couldn't jump the gun. I couldn't scratch my scratch my head or decide to turn around before I was told. It would start again. That setter command would start again. And it was 4 hours of just being controlled.
So the same control methods are used, and members are also told to keep what happens a secret.
Gains from the workshop. People come to this workshop on a basis of trust. Is it okay that you don't discuss with anyone who wasn't here what has happened at the workshop as it could be misunderstood if it was taken out of context. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Please raise your hand if that's not okay with anyone. Thank you.
Oh, he loves his
Ken
job.
also used to talk about a lot of galactic stuff that was very similar to the Xenu story, except the overlord was called Xenon and was much older at 1 billion years old instead of 1 million years old. Ken would also reminisce about being an ancient space god who had been sent down to Earth to save mankind. He also mentioned that he'd sorted out Jesus Christ and that he was here to get rid of all the bad actors. Another similarity, in my opinion, between Kenja and Scientology was the fact that they were very anti-drugs, anti-psychiatry, anti-alcohol, and anti-smoking.
We won't work with people who are involved in illegal drugs. We don't work with people who are involved in criminality. We won't work with people who are, say, destroying their lives with alcohol. And we won't work with people who are basically suppressive towards mankind.
It's very important. You'll find that in the code of ethics.
Here we have the wonderful Ken talking about
This bit makes me
autistic
cross,
children
very
and
cross.
how he can cure
Many
them.
of them were forceps babies. So they had pain the minute they were brought into the world with these forceps on their head, you know. And when I was working with them, they would say to me, "Oh, I got a picture of forceps on my head being drawn out." And once I get them to re-experience those forceps and the pain of the forceps, they would stop being autistic, because that's when it all started. That's when they made the decision: I'm not going to receive any more pain at all. If this is what this planet is about, the causation of pain is my first entry into it, then I'm going to have a different world or live in a different world. So they do live in this different world, autistic children.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that makes me feel sick. Like, how dare he? You like, oh, so much about that statement makes me angry. Not all autistic people, children and adults, because you don't just like, it doesn't just go away when you're an adult. They don't all do this rocking thing, which is stimming. Okay, it's not like, oh my gosh, so much wrong about that statement. Yes, I won't get into that because I'll get really cross. But what an absolute knob jockey, you know. He is so, it's that old-fashioned kind of brain that just doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. I don't know. He's just a dickhead, yeah, who thinks he can save the world and all that when he can't really. He's just, anyway, wait for part 2 because it's grim. It is grim. Don't look it up. Don't spoil it.
Get to the basic cause, the basic considerations they pulled out.
Hubbard believed and taught that bad experiences were stored in the cells of the brain and were called engrams.
By addressing the cells of the brain, and we've got a way of doing that, they shed themselves of inhibitions to their proper functioning.
So let's just recap on the similarities between Scientology and Kenja, in my opinion, that is. The main leader, Ken, lied about some of his past, such as his military career, but he also lied about his father's past, which is really strange. He claimed that his dad came over from New Zealand as a baby and grew up on Daly Water's cattle station. We call them cattle stations in Australia. The rest of the world calls them cattle ranches. Anyway, when he was 3 years old, apparently he wandered off and got lost and was raised by an Aboriginal tribe. Then he was found again at the age of 6 and returned. But after looking through records, Daly Water's station didn't actually exist around that time period. So we have the aforementioned embellished military career, Thetans, being clear, the language, TRs, touch assists, wall walking, a galactic overlord, the concept that Ken is a fallen god, processing. They're also anti-authority, so police and government. They're health freaks, the use of hypnosis, anti-drug and alcohol, anti-psychiatry, engrams, oppressive people, and there are many other similarities which I will go into in part 2. These include fair gaming, shame, degraded beings, exploitation and abuse. I'm going to reveal the darker side to Kenja.
The nakedness was not so much big thing and wall walking. The nakedness.
Please let me know what you think of this video in the comments. I greatly appreciate your feedback. If you could also like and subscribe, it helps the algorithm. And check to see if the notification bell is activated to make sure that you don't miss part 2. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you.
So there you go. The nakedness. That's a little clue of what's going to happen in part 2. But yeah, it's pretty shocking. What do you think, guys? It's still here. It's still in Australia. In 3 different states, yeah. It's still in Sydney, it's still in Melbourne, and it's still in Canberra. So if anyone wants to go and have a look, the building in Sydney, they've taken down their sign from outside. But in the next episode, I've actually spoken to a couple of ex-members, one of them whose family's still in. They're not tax exempt. No, I forgot to go into that. Actually, I should go into that. I know. I'm so sorry, Brian, and I haven't even started making it yet either. So I'm going to try and make it as fast as I can. Yeah. I'm going to go back to work tomorrow as well. So I'll just like smash it out. I'll try and smash as much out of it as I can. Oh, you won't see any naked people. Don't worry. I'll try and do as much as I can. Oops, Daisy, I did that one already. No, they're not tax exempt. Mad, you need to get over it. She's lovely. Her name's Annette Stevens, and she's an ex-member, and she really went through it. She disconnected from her family for a while and everything. I can do more on her story if you like. But yeah, it's there's a lot of disconnection, so I'm going to show a disconnection story. Anyway, I won't ruin it. A few other things, like really, really bad things. Yes. What have you got against that lady, Matt? Pack it in, will ya? Oh dear, she's lovely. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna put her on again. I don't know. I still have to go through all my clips and put it together, but I need to get the hang of this editing. Like even that wasn't perfect. There was a lot of images that were really like bitmappy, and I don't like that, and not quite like lined up properly and stuff like that. How bad? Really, the worst. Yeah, it's the worst you can imagine, basically. Yeah, pretty much, mate. So trigger warning for next episode. I'll try and get it ready, because the other thing as well is I'm going away from the 2nd to the 4th, so I won't actually have time to make it. Oh my gosh, I was thinking of leaving it until I'd got some of it done. I'll try and get it done today, but that's like a massive thingy-me-bob. Yeah. Really? What maths? Was she ready? Your maths teacher? Or you? I never know. I never know, because it's text. You know, I never know whether you're joking or not. You know, message me and let me know. Yes, a little holiday with my child and a friend and her kids. Yeah, we're going for a nice little beach holiday. So yeah. Yeah, see, I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard of it at all. It's such a shit name, isn't it? Kenja. Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah. Maths teacher. Oh, maths teacher. Sorry. Oh, really? Okay. No, so they're not religious. They don't have tax exempt status. Yeah, I'll go into that. I will go into that. I'll put all that. And I think there was there was a not the Royal Commission. Oh, what's it called? There was the Royal Commission, but then there was like a thing where I will figure it out. I'm sorry. But yeah, tonight is obviously it's New Year's Eve here in Australia, and I'm most probably going to go on Mental Health Matters again. They're doing a 24-hour show to make sure no one was alone during New Year's Eve. Yeah, so they're not religion at all. They're a belief structure. Yeah, so like a philosophy. You know, it's in every part of your life, like you know, your marriage, the self-help kind of angle. Yeah, it's not religious at all. But yeah, it's still, you know, in my eyes, it's a cult and a high control group. I probably need to put more emphasis on that, you know, you're, you know, obviously they get you into all these activities where all your spare time goes into it. But also there are families that have disconnected, you know, wives that have disconnected from their husbands and their kids and everything to become a true Kenjan, as they call it. Yeah, so it's very controlling, and kids that have been born into it as well. yeah. So regular payments, yeah. Well, I said earlier in that you're expected to do 2 sessions a week, so the processing, plus an activity, and plus I don't know, it's like a seminar or a workshop as well. So that's a lot of time, really. And then with the seminar, with the like, because they do these big like drama productions, you know, like theatre and stuff, and you're expected to, you know, get involved in that and do all the setup of it, and probably making the costumes and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely in my eyes a cult. Yeah, I don't want to get done for defamation, but yeah, I think it's gross. Yeah, watch it again. I might just put it up separately without me rabbiting on, so you can really kind of really listen to it, and you know, actually, like I've researched and gone into things quite a bit. Took me a long time to do, like I say, but yeah, there's some. I don't know. It's pretty disturbing, and it's the next one will be very bad. So I might do the. I've got to figure out how I'm going to put it together and everything. But yeah, I do enjoy making these things. I've started making quite a few videos like this where I'm doing the voiceover and all the pictures. I like matching the pictures to what I'm saying and the music and everything, doing the background music and stuff. So, but yeah, I need to find a quicker way to do it, because my mind jumps ahead, and then I'll get excited about that bit and put it in, and then I'm like, well, hang on a minute, you know, this has got to go in before this, and then when you do it, all the bits of voice clips, you have to move them all along, and it takes ages, each individual one. And then I'll be like, oh, I don't like my voice there, and I'll re-record it, and, you know, so it takes a long time. But yeah, so I hope it made sense. I think I'll just post it up again now. In fact, I've got it on my channel already. I just need to make it public. Oh, New Year's stream. Yes, so New Year's stream. I haven't put my name down for it yet because I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what time yet. Hang on, I'll ask. As soon as I found, I'm going to talk to them as soon as I get off this, and I'll ask them what time and like what's going on with it, and sort out when I'm going on. Thanks, mate. Yeah, you know, I've never done a class or anything on how to do this. I've just figuring it all out myself. Thank you for gifting memberships, Gonna One Day. Appreciate you so much. Yes, I am very critical of myself. Yeah, and I try to be a perfectionist, but then I get pissed off and just put it out there anyway. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for all your support as usual. You're amazing. You are? I thought you were sick. I hope you're okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm all right at the moment. I've been quite chipper the past few days. I've been going out for little walks and stuff. Trying to get my boy out. He actually went to his friend's house for 3 hours yesterday, which was yay. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I just sat down and I started watching Last Christmas. So yeah, I think I'm about halfway through. I sat there and had a salad, which I hate salad, but I'm really trying this year. Like tomorrow, I'm going to start trying to lose some weight and be more healthy in general. No, I won't be doing it. I will not be making it on my holiday. I'm only going for 2 days. I really want to get it done now. I think I'll talk to mental health. I'll put a community post up about when that's going on, and then I'll get working on that. Because I can hang out with my boy while I do it, because I can talk to him while I'm doing it, and he can chill and play video games and stuff. But yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The pressure. I might have to be the first one to say Happy New Year, eh? I don't know. Yeah, I will, mate. I will have a good break, but I'm not very good at relaxing. Like, I'm one of these people that talks through movies, and I'm always doing something else while I'm watching a movie. Yeah, I'm terrible. Even when I was medicated, you know. But yeah, it's all good. I do sleep at the end of the night. I do get to sleep, like. But yeah. Yeah, we're going to be sexy bitches this year. Yes. I'm not going to do an exercise video if that's what, you know, if anyone's thinking of that. That is not going to happen. Maybe when I'm almost there. Hey, Mama Opal, how you going? I'm just about to get off. You missed it. But yeah, I'll post that video up now, make it public. Let me just check to see if I've done like a thingy for it. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll put it up in a minute so you can watch it without me rabbiting on. I think I've just been a bit worried about the copyright, so I'll put it up anyway, and it might take them a while to take it down, and you can just watch it before they take it down. But that one I put up with, the one I did, was it yesterday or the day before? I did that one where I was talking about, bloody hell, what's his freaking name? Luke Ayres. It got taken down. I knew he would take it down. I think he's really embarrassed about it now, you know? Oh, dear. CWWM? What? What am I? What's that? A fella? Is she a fella? No. What? What did I miss? I'm like, what? What's going on? I love George Michael and I love Wham. I don't care. I think he was an amazing songwriter. He was, you know. Yeah, I loved it, and I loved his voice, and yeah, he was fabulous. Yeah, so it's been really, really nice to see it, and seeing London. You know, it makes me miss the UK, and the Christmas in the UK is amazing. You know, it really is. It really feels Christmassy. It doesn't feel Christmassy in the summer. Oh, come walk with me. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. I mean, okay, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go is cheesy, but his other songs, like, even like, have you watched the documentary about him, like his life and stuff? But like, I love Careless Whisper and Last Christmas, but I love some of his other stuff, like Jesus to a Child, and you know, I love all of his stuff. I really do. He was a great songwriter. Okay. I get what you mean now. Yeah. Who, what, how, I, when, what's going on? Hang on a minute. Ooh, oops. What have I done? Maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard the adjective. I'm not British, mind you. Oh, blimey. Why are you up at 3 a.m.? It's a bit late, isn't it? But yeah. George Michael. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. What was it? When did he Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me? Oh no, I'm thinking that's with Elton John. That was amazing as well. Yes, the sax solo is amazing. I still want to get, so I spoke to Rhea on the phone for an hour, I think it was yesterday. She's not going to come on YouTube as much. She's really getting on with her life, and yeah, she's doing awesome. But yeah, she plays the saxophone, and she's got a freaking pink saxophone. Need to get her. I need to see her doing that. Yeah. Yeah, Freddie Mercury. Oh, he's another legend. Like Queen are one of my favorite bands. My son likes them as well because I play them in the car and stuff. But yeah, no, Ree's, she's doing really well. She still wants to come out, like any protest we're going to do. She's going to come along. Yeah, just yeah, she's a fabulous. I love Ree. She's a good friend. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to go and hang out with my boy and figure out this next episode, and what's going on tonight and stuff. Hopefully they won't want me to work tomorrow, but they probably will. Bon Jovi was, yeah, he was hot. Yeah, absolutely. I will. I'll tell her everyone says hi. We all miss Ree. She's just amazing. She's awesome. She has a way of putting things into words, you know, especially like when it comes to mental health and that. She's a great speaker. Yeah, she's fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love you guys. You brighten my day. You really do. I'm thinking maybe I should do. Oh, whoops. Oh, I know. I saw Zenji on the phone yesterday, and Jake said hi to Zenji and stuff, and yeah. Oh, I'll get her to come on, eh? She said she'd come on with me if there was something to do with mental health or whatever. So I'll try and think of something on purpose, maybe. But all right, guys, take care. I know. She doesn't really. She's not that she doesn't want to, but she's just really getting on with stuff in her life. She wants to start going back to work, which is fantastic because she was really struggling with her mental health before she had the shot. She she was isolating for 7 years, so not working, and she's a psychotherapist. She's very, very experienced, and she loved her job. So yeah, she will. She's a great asset, and I'm glad she's thinking about going back to work. That's amazing for her to be in a space in her mind where she feels like she can do that. So I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait to get the shots myself so I can go back to work. I haven't worked full time. Well, I mean, I have worked full time, but for myself, and I do that because I'm on my own, and I'd love to have the confidence and the ability to be able to go get myself back out there again, that would be great. Oh, hey, Teresa. Sorry, I'm going to put the actual video. So I'm showing a video that I made, but I'm going to put that up now, actually. So yeah, but lots of love to everyone. I really appreciate you all being here and all the memberships. I've got over 100 members now, which is out of this world. It just blows my mind that anyone would want to come here and listen to me rabbiting on. But you're all amazing, and just take care and have an amazing day or evening wherever you are. Sleep well, and I'll speak to you soon. All right, bye. See ya.